Ooh, you know the vibes when I go live. It's your girl Jaylaa, better known as Why Not Jaylaa, and I'm with the one and only Deezy on the beat.
What's
and
happening?
We back here for another segment of Who Got Motion. Deezy, tell the people where you been and what you got going on.
Man, I just been really working, producing, making beats, working on content for TikTok, working on different projects with artists, looking for artists.
Okay,
You know?
so you say you've been looking for artists. So what you mean by looking for artists?
I know at some point with my production, I'm gonna need some type of talent to bring up with me. You know?
Okay. So for those that don't know you, how long have you been a producer?
Ooh, since 11 years old, like 10, 11 years old, that's when I started making beats on FL Studio.
So what made you get into production?
I was already rapping. I've been rapping since like 4 years old, like since I could talk really. And so my dad was a DJ. He always had the DJ equipment around. So I was always on the turntables, CDs, all that type of stuff. So that's where it came from. I was rapping first. Then one day, right before I turned a teenager, I was like, man, I want to make my own beats. And that's how it started. And I just got better over time.
So you said your dad had things laying around. So was your dad a musician as well?
Yeah, he was a DJ. He used to DJ proms, clubs, all different type of stuff. We had teen club back in the day. I was 8 years old DJing parties and stuff like that.
Okay, nice. Yeah. So what made you turn producer to artist? Like when did you say, oh, I'm going to take this serious?
I always wanted to be an artist first. It's just I got tired of rapping on other people's instrumentals. Like, man, I got to figure out how to make my own stuff. Like I hear it in my head how I want because I'm a natural drummer. And that's where it came from. I just mimicked everything that I heard from the radio. I tried to remake it. And over time, it just turned into me doing my own stuff. Like,
okay, yeah. Nice. So you've been out of the game for a little minute. You took some time off. So what happened in between that time?
Studying, learning, living life, growing wiser. Really just learning, though. Mainly maturing all around the board from my skills into just my whole persona, you know.
So when you say learning, what is it exactly that you had to take time to learn?
Had to learn how to produce better, had to learn how to be a better me. First of all, I had to be a better me, you know what I'm saying?
So talk to artists about being a better yourself in order for you to further your music career or any career that they're in.
Making sure that you always sharpening your iron and knowing when to take breaks, knowing when to go hard and when to take a break. Like, that's the main thing. Get your rest. Be aware of what you eat, everything you take in, from what you're listening to what you're eating, everything.
Take care of your mental health?
Yeah, all the way. Your mental health, everything. The full health.
Okay. Yeah. So now what should we expect from the new and improved Deezy?
Everything is intentional, more intentional now. Like when I make my music, I done matured more as far as my studying and knowledge. It's more of that into it now. More knowledge and awareness into my music nowadays. When back in the day, I was just making it. You know, whatever I heard maybe or whatever I thought was cool. Now it's pure, it's me. Whatever I feel, whatever I want to make, you know.
Okay, so with that music, how are you getting your message across through it? What song would you say is your most inspirational song?
Right now, my most inspirational song got to be Real.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about that.
That song was a time, that was 2020, like fall 2020. And that was when you listen to that song, that's my life at that time. That's exactly what it was. Like every lyric is what it was at that time. When I listened to it, it brought me back to then. And I was growing up then. That was a turnaround point of maturing for sure.
Okay. I like that. So from Gots to Be Real to now, what will be your next song coming right after that? If you were telling your story.
Probably On Go. On Go would be that song that'll tell that next chapter in the story. So
what should we expect from Deezy that's On Go?
Everything, content, music, videos, like I said, artists, producers. Over time, y'all gonna
fame band.
Shout out to Grambling State, matter of fact, like for that opportunity to perform with the band.
So tell us a little bit about that.
I just went for it. That was one of them things that came to my mind. I was like, man, I want to perform with the band this year. Mm-hmm. I'm finna make it happen.
How was that experience?
It was a week of work and focus. Had to rehearse every day.
So from working with someone on a professional scale as that and coming from just local gigs, how is that different?
I'm kind of used to it in a way because I've done a couple big gigs. Plus, I done helped set up a lot of concerts too.
Okay,
So, I
so
done
you had a
been-
little insight on the back end.
Yeah, like on the sound systems, how it's supposed to sound and what to expect it to sound like.
Okay.
You know, because when I was out there, I didn't have no earpiece or nothing. I just had to kind of like
Yeah.
go with it. Yeah.
Wing it, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
But I do it though, so
That's right.
it ain't nothing.
So where the name Deezy on the Beat came from? What made you come up with it?
The people came up with it, my classmates. I used to be beating on the desk at school, all that type of stuff, drink machines. You can go on YouTube and still look this up. I used to put people on the spot, just turn the camera on and just start beating, say freestyle.
So go ahead and give us a beat.
It's just anything.
Now you got to freestyle with it.
Yeah,
that's what-
what. This is Deezy on the beat. Hey,
You know, something like that. Something like that.
yeah. Nah, but
Okay.
for real, I used to just put people on the spot and just tell them to freestyle, and then like they started coming up with the Deezy on the beat, Deezy on the beat.
So where did the name Deezy come from?
I came up with it. I think at the time, you know, Lil Wayne was coining the Weezy and all that type of stuff, and all of us wanted to be Deezy, all this type of stuff back in the day.
That is true.
Yeah,
That is
so
true.
it's like I'm Deezy, and
Okay.
then it just went from there. Nobody called me by my real name probably since I was a teenager. Like,
Nice. I like the branding.
yeah,
I like it.
And
I like it.
It just went from there.
So now we know where the name Deezy on the Beat came from. For those who didn't know or how it came about, Incognito, you Superman.
Yeah,
I like
real
it.
talk. It always been like that though,
I like it.
for real.
So if you could say you wanted to work with any producer, who would that producer be?
Man, it's a couple of them. Really, most of the main producers in the game, like that's cool. I don't like to work with people who act like divas and stuff like that and be acting funny. Like just as long as they authentic, I work with anybody. As long as they authentic. That's,
Okay.
Don't be weird, you know.
So who are three of your superheroes?
God, my dad, my grandmother, and my mother. I name 4.
Four.
Yeah, I gotta throw my mama in there.
All right. So why are those people? Why you name them?
Cause they be there for me no matter what. Like they always there. Whenever I call, anytime I need, and vice versa. Like,
So if you could pick up the phone right now and call any one person in the world, who would that one person be?
What?
Dead or alive?
my dad, my late dad, I wish I could have another conversation with him for sure.
And what would that conversation be like?
It'll be about what I'm doing now.
Tell them what you're doing now.
First of all, last year I produced TK Soul's whole album.
Okay.
And
Congratulations.
yeah, and I know he would have been proud of that because he loved TK Soul. Like we got his albums still in the house to this day, so I know he would have been glad. Like because I did
Nice.
the whole thing.
So seeing that you produced this whole album, can we expect to see y'all on a collab soon?
Yeah, we working on some stuff right now. We working on some stuff right now. Like he got another album to do, and they just reached out to me the other day to executive produce it. So,
Nice.
Yeah, they want me to bring a new sound.
So when should we expect that?
Probably the summer. I think they said summer.
Summertime.
Yeah.
So any release dates? Anything exclusively out?
Not right now. But we got a single with Boosie. The
Okay.
Trail Ride Soul Train line. That's on his album Southern Soul OG. I produced that and it got Boosie on it.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So if you could be any cartoon character, who would it be and why? Uh-oh.
I say Huey out the Boondocks. Cause he laid back smart, but he'll get off on you though.
Look, when you said it, that's all I can think about. It's so funny because I can see that.
Yeah.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so for your next big event, so the next big stage appearance, where can we expect to see you at?
Right now, I have some things in line that I plan on doing for sure. So right now I'm just in the studio every day.
Okay.
That's why I haven't got the shows booked right now because I'm just in the studio working every day. Like,
Nice.
I be thinking like working every single day, but
Hey.
it gotta be like
It
that
gotta
right
be
now.
like that.
Yeah, like
You
I
gotta
can't
keep the grind because for those that don't know, you got quite a few hits out, not just on go. You know, put some
Yeah.
respect on your
put some
name.
respect on my name.
You know, gots to be real.
Gots to be real.
Trail ride.
Got the trail ride going.
The
remix of Trail Ride with Level.
Okay, the remix of Trail Ride with Level.
I act everywhere I go, which
that
I dropped
one?
back in the fall.
I remember
it went
that.
crazy. It's still going crazy right now.
And then, not to mention, you know, your big GSU anthem.
Oh yeah, I'm so grand fam anthem.
I mean, they just keep coming. So we don't know what to expect from Deezy on the beat.
Yeah, Expect the GSU band to be playing I'm So Grand Fam this year. They gonna be still playing that.
Oh, hold up, wait.
They need to play that. Matter of fact,
we got a few things.
We need to get Hold Up Wait to them because
Okay,
I don't think they
have to
really
get on that.
Yeah, I don't think they really been aware of it like that.
Okay, so that's something we gonna have to definitely jump on next.
Yeah.
So for y'all that don't know, I'm rocking with the one and only Deezy on the beat. So Deezy, let everybody know where they can find you at.
You can find me at Deezy on the beat with a D on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, wherever.
Spell it out for them.
DeeZyondabeat. Cut your radio up.
All right. Y'all heard it from the one and only Deezy on the beat. This is your girl, Big Boss Jaylaa. Why not me? Look, here on Hits 96.3, and that's Hits with a Z and not an S.
Let's go. Let's get it.